Hey, Cano, did you hear the news? Johnny Garcia greeted her with a huge smile when she entered their office. Nova, Cano, Kane glared. Morning people sucked. She dropped her helmet on the floor next to her desk. I haven't even had a cup of coffee yet, so how the hell would I have heard any news? It's a doozy. His dark, bushy mustache curved up with his smile. The glint in his deep-set brown eyes was even more pronounced than usual. Did Julie and Randy finally get caught doing it in the storeroom? She asked before she left the office in search of her first cup of coffee. No, he called after her. Get your coffee and get your grumpy ass back here. She smirked as she walked down the hallway toward the staff lounge. It shouldn't give her so much pleasure to irritate Johnny, but it always did. By the time she returned, he'd be chomping at the bit to fill her in on the gossip. Maybe she should take her time getting back. She grunted a hello to those she passed in the corridor. Her coworkers knew not to engage her in conversation first thing in the morning. Before she could swing open the door, the rich aroma of her favorite Maxwell House brew welcomed her. She sucked in the scent as she entered the tiny room. Heaven. Even better, someone had left donuts on the counter. Coffee first, then donuts. She made a beeline to the coffee pot. Once she'd poured a cup, she grabbed 2 creamers and a packet of sugar. The sugar went in first, followed by 1.5 creamers. She brought the half-empty creamer cup to her lips and threw it back like a shot of whiskey. She licked her lips while she inspected the donuts. Why didn't they come with labels? Jelly-filled donuts disgusted her, and even worse was the yellow custard filling. The snot-like consistency made her gag. Before she flipped the donuts over, she stole a glance at the door. Nobody was around. She plunged her index finger into the first, and it came out covered in red jelly. She sucked the sticky goo from her finger before she moved on to the next. Strike 2. Yellow slime coated her finger. Yuck. When she couldn't find a napkin, she wiped it off on her jeans, not willing to put the repulsive stuff in her mouth. On the 3rd donut, she found what she was searching for. Fluffy white cream. She quickly flipped the other 2 donuts over, hoping nobody would notice the punctures. Armed with coffee and donuts, she meandered back to the office, deciding to let Johnny wait a little longer. He was bent over his desk and pretended to be hard at work, but he didn't fool her. No doubt she could outlast him. So she plopped into her chair and picked up the file folder she'd left the night before. Jesus, Johnny threw down his pen. Aren't you even gonna ask? She stifled a grin. He'd not lasted 30 seconds. She pretended to be engrossed with the file before she dropped it to her desk. It looked like you were busy, so I didn't want to disturb you. Cano gave him her best innocent look. He narrowed his eyes, obviously trying to discern whether she was messing with him. The story he'd been anxious to share won out. Did you see the report from UW yesterday afternoon? She stiffened. When would she stop reacting this way whenever anyone mentioned UW? Nope. I thought one of your former colleagues might have called you about it.